Hello people, happy Sunday. It's Gino here again from Real Everyday English, and I'm back with my weekly vocabulary building video for you guys this week. Please tell me in the comments below how your week has been. What have you been up to? What have you achieved? What has been your biggest challenge this week? Please let me know, and I'll do my best to interact with you in the comments section about that topic. This week's been good for me. I've had a pretty good week. My daughter has finally learned how to swim. I've been teaching her now for a good few weeks, and she can finally do it without any armbands on, so she can swim. So it's a proud dad moment for me. And this week, I'm going to be going back to what I do best and what I believe makes this channel different to the rest, and that is real-time examples. And for this vocabulary lesson, I'm going to be using a prop, which is a balloon. A balloon. Which one's the balloon? Or are there two? Well, this might seem weird, but there's plenty of vocabulary learning opportunities using this. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so for the first example, here I have a balloon, and you can see the balloon is yellow and it's stretchy. The material is stretchy. Stretchy means, a stretchy material means it stretches out, but then goes back to its original form. And one of the first things we need to do with a balloon when we have it like this is to inflate it. Now, to inflate means to fill it with air. So this is me inflating the balloon. And you can see that the balloon is now inflated. And the opposite of inflate is to deflate. So the balloon has now deflated. Now, the reason this is useful is because we can use this in any situation where something is being filled with air. So to inflate can be used when speaking about a tyre, a bouncy castle, a rubber dinghy. Anything that is filled with air is inflated, and the opposite is deflated. I hope this helps. Another way this can be described, especially with a balloon and with a tyre or with a rubber dinghy or with a bouncy castle, is to blow up. So this is to blow. This is the action to blow. That's me blowing, so I can blow the balloon up. This is me blowing up the balloon. And also we have another word or phrase that we can use to describe deflation, and that is to let down. So let the balloon down. And that is to let down. So blow up and let down. The next thing I want to teach you is, once you've blown up the balloon, to stop the air from coming out, we need to tie a knot in the end. So we tie a knot. Let me show you. And you see this bit here? This is a knot. So I've tied a knot in the balloon, and that stops the air from coming out. And to give you guys another example of tying a knot, I can tie a knot into my strings on the hooded top. And you can see that I've now tied a knot in the pull cords on my top. So that's a knot. This is a knot. I hope this helps. A fun fact about the phrase tie a knot, we also use this to describe when two people get married. So we could say that two people tied the knot. It means that they eventually got married. Or you could ask somebody, so when are you going to tie the knot with your girlfriend or your boyfriend? And that means, when are you going to get married? So that's a fun fact to do with the saying tie a knot. Okay, moving back to the balloons and the real-time examples. So here I have a pin, and I think you know where this is going. But obviously with the pin, I can burst the balloon. So this is to burst the balloon. I have burst the balloon. Now, one thing to notice is that whether we're talking in the future tense or the past tense, the verb to burst doesn't change. So yesterday, I burst a balloon. Today, I burst a balloon. Right now, I burst a balloon. And in the future, I will burst a balloon. So it doesn't change. And another way to describe bursting a balloon is to pop. So I'm going to pop the balloon using the pin. And unlike the verb to burst, the verb pop, to pop the balloon, this changes in the past tense. So yesterday I popped a balloon. Today I pop a balloon. And in the future I will pop a balloon. Something else I wanted to mention is the fact that with burst and pop, we don't just use this in relation to balloons. We use it to tyres, bouncy castles, anything that is filled with air or liquid, you can burst or pop. I hope this helps. Something else that you can do with a balloon, and whenever you go to a children's party, you see all the children running around doing this to each other because they just like to be mischievous and mess around. But with a balloon, you can hit someone on the head. So this is me hitting myself on the head with a balloon. And you can hit this, or you can hit that, or you can hit someone else on the head. So that's to hit someone over the head with a balloon. Okay, so another piece of vocabulary that I can describe to you using a balloon is, you can see that I have my sink full of water. And if I put the balloon into the water, the balloon will float. So the balloon is floating in the water. And the opposite of float is to sink. So if I take this spoon and I put the spoon into the water, the spoon will sink to the bottom. So the spoon has now sunk, but the balloon will float. We can also use the word float to describe something floating in the air, not just on water. So for example, if this balloon it looks like it's floating, but I'm actually holding it. But you can get some balloons that will actually float in the air without anybody holding them. This one's not one of them. But yeah, we describe the word float to describe something that can stay in the air unassisted as well. And that is it for this week's video, people. I'm back to doing the real-time examples, and I like to mix it up and keep it different. I don't believe that anybody else is doing this sort of stuff right now. And I think that sometimes being different is better than actually being better. So I'm going to continue to make these videos because I get plenty of comments from people who tell me that these videos are useful. And that makes me happy because the whole point of me making these videos is to help people improve their English. And when people comment and tell me that that's doing it, it makes me so happy. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, you find it useful, please feel free to share it with your English learning friends, and I'll see you again. Bye bye, people.